Welcome and thank you so much for joining me. So we are looking at volume and surface area of cylinders. Now, when we're talking about cylinders, I just want you to think about, it could be a pool, it could be a tin of tomatoes that you buy at shops, it could just be a round container that you keep with lots of lollies in there. So it's a container that has a base with a circle on it. A circle. So first thing I want to think about is when we're talking about volume, we're talking about the space inside. So the volume of what the container is going to hold. So if we're thinking about that, we need to work out the base and we times it by the height. Base times height. Now the first thing we need to think about is our base is a circle. So to work out our circle, we need to think about how do we work out the area of the circle for our base? Well, it's pi r squared. Pi r squared. But we need to find out what r is. So we are given the diameter from here to here is 7 centimeters. So I know from the middle to the outside must be half of 7. Half of 7 is 3.5 centimeters. So to work out the base, I need to go pi times 3.5 squared. So I'm going to use a calculator. You don't have to use a calculator, but for pi you would have to say it's 3.14. So we're rounding it. So I'm going to go 3.5 squared times pi, and that equals 38.48. So I know that my base area is 38.48 centimeters squared. So I know my base, and to work out the volume, I have to times the base by the height, which is 3 centimeters. So if I times that by 3, I get 115.45. Now, I haven't finished my answer yet because I've forgotten one thing. I haven't told you what unit we're doing. I know we are using centimeters cubed. It's cubed because it's volume, it's space inside. Now let's have a look at our surface area. Now when we're talking about surface area, we're talking about the area, the space around it. So that means the space here, I've got this that is being wrapped around. So it's like me getting a piece of paper and I'm wrapping it around to form a cylinder. So I've done that. Now on either end, I'm going to have a circle. Now straight away, I need to find the area of each of these spaces to work out the surface area. So to do that, I know that I've already worked out the area of my circles, which is 38.48. So 38.48 centimeters squared. And I'll work that out based on my understanding of area is pi r squared. Now, if I'm thinking about the surface area of this, well first, my width is going to be my height, which is 3 centimeters. Now, my length is going to be the perimeter of the circle, because that's this part here. As soon as I open the top up, I get the whole length. So that means I'm looking at the perimeter of a circle. And a name that we like to use instead of perimeter when we're talking about circles is circumference. But I'm using perimeter so you understand. So we're going to find the circumference of these circles, and that will tell us our length. So to do that, circumference or perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r. So that means we know r is 3.5, so we're going to times pi times 3.5. Again, I'm not going to round pi, so I'm going to use a calculator. 2 times pi times 3.5, and it's 21.9. Or 21.99. 21.99 centimetres. So now I am given my length, and I've got my width. To work out my area of my rectangle, I need to times 21.99 by 3, which equals 65.97. 65.97 centimetres squared. Now it's when now that we have worked out our surface area of all three areas, we need to add them together. So that means we are going to be going 38.48 plus 65.97, and we're adding 38.48. So you're able to add them up by lining everything up, or we can just use the calculator. 38.48 at 38.48, adding 65.97, and that gives us 142.93. Remember, we're talking about centimetres, and we're talking about area, so we must not say centimetres squared. So there we have it. We have worked out our volume, and we've worked out our surface area of a cylinder. Really hope that helps you understand surface area and volume. If you need any extra help, message me and I'll get back to you.